Hi, welcome to Two Birds. I'm Fiona and this is Rafi. And today I'm sharing a 45-minute grounding yoga flow from the Ground and Seater series of classes. And in this practice we explore the qualities of Apana Vayu, which in the tradition of yoga is the downward moving current of energy within the body. So the energy of grounding, steadiness and release. So throughout practice we'll focus a little bit more on the lower body and also with an emphasis on longer exhales, just as a way to allow your body to soften, to yield and release, connect more deeply with the support below you. For practice today, I would recommend having a block and a folded blanket, but if you don't have them, that's okay too. I really hope you enjoy the practice and thank you so much for joining us. Namaste.
And begin your practice in recline bound angle pose, Supta Baddha Konasana. If you'd like some support in this posture, place a folded blanket beneath your outer thighs so your hips and your pelvis can soften without effort. Bringing the soles of your feet together, allow your knees to open out and position your hands into a soft, restful place. Take a moment to simply arrive. You're welcome to dim your gaze. And then become aware of your natural breath. Observe its rhythm and its texture, the movement it creates. And then gradually begin to lengthen your exhale. Inhaling gently through your nose for the slow count of 4. And exhale for 6. Smooth, easy inhale. And an unhurried exhale. And continue for a few more rounds at your own pace. With every breath out, just imagine the weight of your body settling a little bit more completely into the support beneath you. And then one final slow breath here. And then allow your breath to evolve and find its own natural rhythm. And softly bring your knees together and place both feet onto your mat, hips width apart. Beginning our movement with a bridge flow, arms alongside your body. As you inhale, sweep just your right arm overhead, lift your hips into bridge pose and look to your left. And then as you exhale, lower your hips and return your right arm down by your side, gaze back toward the ceiling. Again, breathe your left arm overhead, lift your hips and look to your right. Just consider taking a slower exhale as you lower and return to center. One final round. This inhale, both arms sweep overhead, lift your hips. And then keep your hips lifted and lower both arms alongside your body. Holding here, press evenly through your feet. Then take a slow inhale. And as you exhale, allow your breath to empty completely and lower yourself back down. Extend both legs forward along your mat and walk your heels over to your right for banana. Reach your arms overhead. You can take your right hand to your left wrist and lean your upper body over to the right. Gentle banana stretch. Option to cross your left ankle over your right. Easy breath in. And perhaps a longer breath out. And then return through center. And then hug your right knee in toward your chest. Just pause for a few breaths, engaging your left leg. Reaching long to the edge of your heel as you hug your right thigh in. And then just feeling the weight of your right leg settle a little deeper into your hip. And keep your right knee in place. Open your arms into a T shape. Keeping your pelvis grounded, just begin to make some slow circles in one direction with your right knee. Just moving comfortably in your hip joint. And just notice the quality of your movement rather than the size of the movement, so you're maintaining control in your range of motion. And then circle back, opposite direction. And as you return through center, right knee in, bend and place your left foot to the floor. Interlace your hands behind the back of your right thigh and extend your right leg toward the ceiling for a reclined big toe pose, Supta Padangusthasana. Just pausing here for about 5 to 8 breaths, and you might like to bend and straighten your right leg a few times if that feels helpful. Or hold and breathe, just focusing on reaching through your heel. Allow your shoulders to remain soft and sense the back of your pelvis heavy. One more slow breath in. And then release your right leg and take a comfortable spinal twist to your left in your body. You could cross your right leg over your left leg or stack your knees. And just breathe into the gentle rotation of your spine, offering yourself just a longer exhale, relaxing the stack of your legs. And then come back through center. Extend both legs out long once more. We'll take that same sequence on the second side. Walk your heels over to the left. Arms overhead, left hand to your right wrist, and then curve over to your left in a banana stretch. Your right foot could cross over your left. And just take a natural breath in. Longer breath out, a breath of release. And then make your way back through center. Draw your left knee in toward your chest. Allow your left thigh to soften into your hip. Just gently lengthening down the front of your right hip here as you reach to the edge of your heel. And then keep your left knee in place. Tee out your arms and just begin those slow circles through your left hip now in one direction. Just moving with a sense of ease. Try and relax your buttocks as you move. And reverse direction. And coming back through center, bend your right knee, set your right foot to the floor and extend your left leg toward the ceiling for Supta Padangusthasana. And just finding your own variation of reclined big toe pose. So try and soften any over effort you might be holding in your expression or your shoulders. Just focus on sensations and the pace of your breath. And one more inhale. Slightly longer, grounding exhale. Release your hands, bend your left knee and twist over to your right. Turn your gaze out over your left shoulder. And one final breath here. And return onto your back. Make your own comfortable way now into Child's Pose, Balasana at the back of your mat. You can place your knees about hips width apart, buttocks towards your heels, and extend your arms forward. Just take a moment to bow in, connect with your breath. And then as you inhale, glide up onto all fours, arch your spine into cow pose, send your heart forward and up. And then a slow exhale round your spine into cat and float your hips back to child's pose. Just continue like this, moving slowly with your breath, a gentle wave through your spine. And then as you're ready, return to all fours, step your hands underneath your shoulders and we'll move into thread the needle. On the right side, inhale, reach your right arm out and then up toward the sky. Exhale, thread your right arm under your left and come to a grounded twist. So resting onto your right shoulder. And just balancing that downward pressure on your right shoulder, perhaps the right side of your head with your left fingertips. Turning yourself open to your left. Next inhale, unravel, left palm to your mat, right hand to the sky. And return to all fours. From here, lower your left forearm down now, parallel with the top of your mat. Right palm next to your left fingers. And then, as you're ready, just lift your right knee out to the side. And slowly lower the knee in toward your left. So you're just opening and closing your hip. Inhale to open. Exhale, knees to touch. 4 more, just a nice slow, steady rhythm there, just enough effort to engage your outer hip here. And on your next lift, pause, keep your knee lifted, take a breath in, and on your exhale, lower and tap your right knee behind your left, and then inhale, open your hip into that fire hydrant shape. So go between the two with your breath rhythm. And as your right knee crosses down and behind your left, hold there. Doesn't need to really touch down. Just sit your hips back toward a cross-legged child's pose, walking your arms forward, hands forward. Let's take a few quiet breaths. And then next inhale, rise, come back to all fours for the second side. Left side, thread the needle, left arm out and then up toward the sky. And then left arm passes under your right. Once you're set, just follow your breath, gently turning open to your right now. On your next inhale, reverse from your twist and return to all fours. Lower your right forearm down and then left hand next to your right fingers. Just take a moment to organize your base. Press down through your forearm and your left hand, and then lift your left knee out to your left. And exhale, lower and tap your knees to touch. So lift and lower, steady and unhurried. On your next lift, just pause, take a breath in. And as you breathe out, cross your left knee behind your right. Inhale, open. So open and cross. Final round. And then land in your cross-legged child's pose. Step onto your hands, walk your hands forward, lean your hips back in space. And return to all fours. From here, step out to plank pose and we'll take 3 steady breaths. You feel free to take the knees to the floor in your plank. And then slowly lower to your belly. From here, stretch your arms forward and bring the palms together. So Superman arms with palms together. Rest your forehead to the floor. Then reach long through both legs and keep your head resting. Lift both legs and take a slow swim kick through your legs. So movement can be quite small, just sensing your back body engaging. And then lower your legs to the floor And you're going to slide your elbows in toward you and lift your chest into a soft sphinx pose. You might like to draw the shoulder blades in a little closer toward one another. Lift your heart. Press lightly through your forearms. Broaden across your collarbones. One more breath in. And lower your chest. We'll transition into a prone shoulder stretch. Reach your right arm out to the side at shoulder height, palm face down. Dent your left fingers and roll onto your right hip. So perhaps stepping your left foot behind if that feels comfortable, or stack the hips and the legs together. You might like to feel or sense your breath moving into the front of your right shoulder, pressing down where your body meets the mat. And then roll back onto your belly. And once more, reach your arms forward, press your palms to touch, rest your forehead, raise the legs, and swim your legs. Reaching back through your toes, engaging your glutes and your hamstrings. And then lower your legs, slide your elbows in and find this variation of Sphinx pose. Keeping the back of your neck nice and long, your spine extending. Take one more breath in and release down. Tee out your left arm, roll onto your left hip, coming into that prone shoulder stretch, lengthening into the front of your left shoulder. And resting your head toward the floor. Every breath out, just softening any unnecessary effort. And then roll back onto your belly. Press back through your hands and knees and take a few breaths in child's pose. And really feel the weight of your body settling. And then take the next few breaths to make your way into downward facing dog. A few slow steps now through your heels or any other movement that feels nourishing for you here. And finding stillness in your down dog. Take one more cycle of breath. And make your way lightly to the top of your mat. Arriving in a standing forward fold, space your feet about hips width apart. Hold opposite elbows and deliberately rest your chest on your thighs. You can bend the knees quite generously there. Pausing here, let your head become heavy. And then release your hands to your hips now. With a nice flat back, press down through your feet, rise upright. Then sweep your arms overhead, feel your palms touch. And lower your prayer hands to the center of your chest, standing tall. Just feeling for an even weight from your big toes to your little toes to the center of your heels. A light engagement through your thighs. tall spine. Just make contact with your breath. Moving through 2 half sun salutes. Breathe in, circle your arms overhead. Breathe out, forward fold. You can slow it down a little as you come to Uttanasana. Natural breath in, a halfway lift. Slightly longer breath out as you forward fold. Breathe in, rise to stand tall. And hands to praise, center of your chest. Adding on, breathe your arms overhead. Exhale, slow, forward fold. Inhale, a halfway lift. And on your exhale now, step your left foot back for low lunge on your fingertips. Left knee softly to the floor. Take a breath, broaden across your chest. And as you breathe out, shift your hips back, come to the half split, straighten into your right leg. Just floss gently between the 2 shapes with your breath's rhythm. And as you arrive in your half split, Ardha Hanuman, just pause there. You're going to dig your right heel into the mat, gently drag it back against the resistance of the mat. Lead your heart forward and then walk both hands over your right leg to the right side of your space. Might like to come to your fingertips there and round your spine slightly and fold to your right. It's a little bit different, a variation here, and you might like to explore just drawing your hips a little back to your left. And just bring your awareness to all that you can feel and sense. And then walk your hands back and reframe your leg, rebend your right knee, return to your low lunge. And from here, coming into a seated twist, toe heel your right foot toward the left side of your mat. Slide your left knee forward next to the pinky toe side of your right foot and take a seat. Ardha Matsyendrasana. So in a seated twist, you're always welcome to extend one leg forward, in this case your left leg forward. Sitting evenly through both sit bones, settle your right fingertips behind to the floor, reach your left arm to the sky, and then twist to your right. Lower and hug your right knee with your left arm. Just moving incrementally, natural breath in, slightly longer breath out. Encourage your body to yield softly. And as you breathe in, unwind from your twist. Sweep your right leg back behind you. Set up for pigeon pose on your left. So option to arrange your legs into a Z shape here. Left shin parallel, top edge of the mat. Right shin with the long edge of your mat. Or single pigeon, your right leg extending back. And just settle in. About 5 breaths here, folding forward to your own degree. And then next inhale, lift your chest, plant your hands and press back to downward facing dog. We'll take a half flow, inhale, ripple forward to plank pose, pause for a breath. And then softly bend your knees and flow back to downward facing dog. Take a full cycle of breath. And look forward between your hands, bend the knees and step up to the top of your mat. Halfway lift, lengthen your spine. Slightly longer out breath, fold. Rise tall to stand on the new breath. And hands to heart center. Take a moment to pause. It's grounding into the here and the now, feeling your breath and sensing your posture before we move again. Inhale, arms overhead, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, forward fold over your leg. Breathe in, lengthen your spine forward. Breathe out, step your right foot back, low lunge, Anjaneyasana. Right knee to the floor and you're on the fingertips. Take a breath here, widen your collarbones. Exhale, half splits. Just glide between the two dynamically. And then pause as you arrive in your half splits. Walk both hands to the outside of your left leg. Could be on your fingertips here. Find a cat back. So round gently through your spine. Fold over to your left. And you might like to explore moving your hips a little to the right or the left. Just aware of sensations, the quality of your breath and your attention, staying fully present to your experience. And walk your hands in, back to center, lunge forward, coming into our seated twist. Toe heel your left foot to your right and slide your right knee forward. Find a comfortable seated twist, option to extend your right leg. Take a moment to grow tall through your spine as you breathe in. And as you breathe out, twisting to your left. One more easy breath in. Look forward and release. You're going to sweep your left leg back now for your version of pigeon pose. Just folding forward as you're ready. And following your breath. And then walk your hands in and step back to downward facing dog. I'd like to pause here or take a flow. Inhale forward, plank pose. Exhale lower to your belly. Breathe into your back bend. You might like to just lift the chest here, cobra. And a slow, longer exhale to downward facing dog. Pausing there. And then send your gaze forward, bend the knees, end of your exhale, step to the top of your mat. On your inhale, reach your chest forward, lengthen, and fold toward your legs, no rush. Rise slow to stand. And hands to prayer, center of your chest, even way through your feet. Inhale, sweep your arms overhead and forward fold. Lengthen halfway and step your left foot back for warrior one. Anchoring your left heel, rise slow, reach your arms overhead. Just take a moment to find steadiness in your posture. Press evenly into your feet. Feel your left thigh engaged. And then a sense of ease. You can explore taking your right foot a little more to the right for a wider base of support, more comfort in your hips and your low back. And take a grounding breath, natural breath in, and slightly longer breath out. From here, lower and interlace your fingers behind your back. Broaden your chest. Next inhale, straighten your right leg. And then keep the bind through your hands, moving into pyramid pose. You can take the next few breaths to fold over the midline of your right thigh. So try and feel for a sense of length through your spine from your fists to the crown of your head rather than the depth of your fold. And once you're steady and you've found your edge, re-engage your feet, press down, energize the legs. One more breath. And then keep the bind of your hands here, bend into your right knee, transition into warrior three. Balance on your right foot, lift and engage your left leg. Could be a grounded option here, hands to the floor. Drive your left heel back in space. Take one more breath in. And return to your warrior one. Release, reach your arms overhead. One breath. And then lower your hands to your mat. Come to lizard pose. Pivot your left heel up. Lower your left knee and place your hands to the floor or a block inside your right foot. And as you savor a few breaths in this hip opener, you might like to take a variation. You could wing your right knee a little wider to the right, coming onto the outer edge of your right foot. Or if it feels good today, you could explore a quad stretch, bending into your left knee. Reach back, connect your right hand with your left foot. Last few breaths. And then release the bind if you had it. Lift your chest. Move into Malasana Yogi Squat. Step your left foot forward. And lower into your version of this shape. So toes out, heels in. If it feels too deep for your knees or your ankles, just find a more elevated shape. And then press actively into your feet. Easing your inner thighs wide. Take one more breath in. And then forward fold at the top of your mat. Just turning your toes forward. On your next inhale, rise to stand. And lower your prayer to your heart and toe heel your feet back under your hips. Inhale, sweep your arms overhead. Forward fold over your legs. Lengthen halfway. And step your right foot back for warrior one. Arms reach up and pausing here, firming your feet down. lengthening through the sides of your waist. Grounding breathe. Then lower and interlace your fingers behind your back. On your inhale, straighten your left leg, puff your chest. And on your exhale, folding forward into pyramid pose. So keep your legs straight as you fold. As you linger, you might find that you can draw your left hip back a little in space, right hip forward, balancing out through your pelvis. One more cycle of breath. And keep the bind of your hands, bend into your left knee, look forward, launching into Warrior Three. Lift and engage your right leg. Return to your Warrior One. One breath here. Arms overhead. Exhale, lizard lunge, hands to the floor, lower your right knee. 5 to 8 breaths, just pausing here, or option to coach your left knee wide, or perhaps adding that quad stretch. Natural breath in, longer breath out. Release the bind if you had it. Reframe your left foot with your hands. And now either step your right leg through your arms to take a seat, or make your own comfortable way there now. Setting up for Janu Shirsasana, head to knee pose. You'll begin with the right leg extended, your left foot folded to the inside of your right thigh. You're welcome to add a folded blanket under your buttocks for more support if that's helpful. And then on your inhale, find length through your spine, reach your arms overhead. Longer out breath, forward fold over your right thigh. 3 to 5 quiet breaths here. Walking your hands in, lift your chest. Bring the soles of your feet together for bound angle pose, Baddha Konasana. Once more, sit tall. And then fold only as far as your breath remains easy. And slowly come back up. Extend your left leg forward for Janu Shirsasana. Taking your second side, folding forward. One more slow breath in. Easy breath out. And rise slowly and lower down onto your back. If you have a block with you, or even a folded blanket, you can take it with you as you recline. And with your knees bent, feet to the floor, we'll come to a supported bridge pose, just placing the prop that you have under your sacrum. And then allow the back of your pelvis to feel completely supported. Ralphie's having a shake. And let your arms Rest comfortably by your side, settle into your breath and the gentle opening of your chest. And from this position, option to elevate your legs to the sky into Viparita Karani, legs up. As with every exhale, feel the weight of your body settling into the support. And perhaps you've noticed this naturally throughout the practice, the way a slightly longer exhale invites your body to soften and to yield. If it feels comfortable, just stay with that now for a few quiet rounds of breathing. And then slowly bend your knees and lower your feet to the floor. Lift your hips enough to remove the block and just rest down onto your back. Just moving into final rest, Savasana. Stretch your legs out long, let your feet fall open. And rest your arms beside you, palms face up. Just noticing the support beneath your body, parts of your body in contact with the mat. And from the very beginning of our practice, we've explored that quiet, grounding quality of Apana Vayu, the downward current that steadies us in our bodies and that reminds us that we don't always need to reach or do more. Sometimes that greater sense of stability comes from softening and settling and trusting what already supports us. Just allow yourself to be completely held here, rest, let go. I'll be back to guide you back in another minute or so. Begin to deepen your breath if you're ready to start to move. Just finding some small movements in your fingers, your toes. Bending your knees, feet to the floor, roll gently out to your right side and just pause for a moment. And then press your way back up to sit. Thank you so much for joining me for this grounding flow today. Wishing you a steady, peaceful day ahead. Namaste.